In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and lush green valleys, the sun began its ascent, casting a warm golden hue over the fields. Children, their laughter echoing like music, gathered around a small wooden cart where their teacher stood, her voice full of excitement. "Hello, kids. Today we are going to help a small farmer," she announced, her eyes sparkling with anticipation. The children's curiosity piqued as they leaned in closer to hear more. "His name is Raju," the teacher continued, her tone shifting to one of concern, "and he is very worried." The children exchanged glances, sensing the weight of her words. Raju, a kind-hearted man with weathered hands and a gentle smile, stood at the edge of his parched land, his heart heavy with worry. The once vibrant green crops that danced in the breeze were now wilting under the relentless sun, their leaves crisp and brown. Raju's small tractor sat idle, its wheels caked with dust, a symbol of the struggles he faced. "Because his crops are getting destroyed," the teacher exclaimed, urging the children to understand the urgency of the situation. The children felt a pang of sympathy for Raju, who had nurtured his land with love and care, only to watch it dry up. As the day unfolded, the children sprang into action, their small hands working together. They gathered buckets, filled them with water from a nearby well, and rushed to the wilting plants, their spirits ignited with purpose. The sun beat down on their backs, but they pushed through, laughter mingling with determination. The conflict escalated as the scorching heat bore down, and they realized they would need more water than they could carry. Just when hope seemed to wane, Raju, with a twinkle in his eye, revealed his secret, a hidden irrigation system he had built long ago but had fallen into disrepair. Together they worked tirelessly, repairing the pipes, pulling weeds, and creating channels for the water to flow. As the first trickle of water reached the dry soil, a wave of relief washed over everyone. Raju knelt by the earth, tears glistening in his eyes as he whispered thanks. The children cheered, their joy ringing through the fields like a celebration of life, each drop of water a promise of renewal. By the end of the day, the sun began to set, painting the sky with strokes of orange and purple. The crops, once lifeless, stood proudly upright, their green hues returning as if awakened from a deep slumber. Raju's heart swelled with gratitude, not only for the revival of his farm, but for the unity and compassion that had blossomed among the children. That evening, as the stars began to twinkle above, the village felt different, charged with hope and resilience. Raju, once a worried farmer, now stood as a beacon of perseverance, his spirit intertwined with that of the children who had joined him in his time of need. They had not only saved his crops, they had sown the seeds of friendship and understanding, ensuring that they would carry the lessons of hard work and empathy with them forever. As the sun peeked over the horizon, casting a golden hue across the dew-kissed fields, a voice rang out with infectious enthusiasm. "Come on, kids, let's start the tractor." The excitement was palpable, a thrilling call to adventure that sent ripples of joy through the small group. Each child, with eyes sparkling like the morning stars, raced towards the old, rusted machine that stood like a giant among the towering corn stalks. The smell of earth and engine oil mixed in the air, a heady combination that promised a day filled with hard work and even greater rewards. The tractor roared to life, a beast awakening to the warmth of the sun. With each turn of the ignition key, laughter erupted from the children, their giggles dancing in the breeze. "First, we need to fix the land," exclaimed Raju the farmer, a kind-hearted man with sun-kissed skin and a smile that could light up the darkest of days. He knelt down in the soft, rich soil, showing the children how to fill in the cracks that had formed over the long, dry summer. They joined him, their tiny hands covered in the dark, nurturing earth, feeling its coolness seep into their fingers. "Look, we are plowing the field," Raju called out, guiding the children's eyes to the freshly turned earth, revealing a tapestry of rich browns and blacks. It was the beginning of something beautiful, something alive. Then came the excitement of planting seeds. Raju knelt beside them, gently placing each seed into the earth with a reverence that spoke of hope. "1, 2, 3, count with me, kids." The children chimed in unison, their voices harmonizing with the whisper of the wind, creating a symphony of innocence and determination. After the seeds were nestled snugly in their new home, it was time to water them. Raju handed each child a small watering can, their faces lighting up with the thrill of responsibility. The sound of water splashing onto the soil was like music, a rhythmic promise that life would soon burst forth. "Wow, the crops are growing," one child shouted, eyes wide with wonder as they watched the tiny green sprouts reach for the sun, their delicate leaves unfurling with the determination to thrive. "Yay!" they cheered, hands raised in triumph as if they had just conquered the world. The joy was infectious, washing over them like the warm sun above. They had helped Raju, a man who had become like family to them, and now his crops were safe from the drought that threatened their growth. Raju beamed at the children, pride swelling in his chest. "Good job, kids," he praised, kneeling down to meet their eager faces. In that moment, they all felt a deep connection between the earth, the seeds, and each other. The day had been filled with laughter, hard work, and a sense of accomplishment that would linger in their hearts long after the sun had set. As they gathered around Raju, sharing stories and dreams for the future, the fields around them stood as a testament to their teamwork and resilience, a promise of the bounty to come.